here. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite Deadeye, Bobby's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Marvel Legends, Marvel Knights wave, I think is what it's called. It's like the Netflix wave is what people are calling it, except in this video we'll be looking at Jessica Jones, Blade, and Bullseye. There's some really good things that I'm not sure I've seen before here, and there's some really bad things I'm not sure I've seen before here. We're going to talk about it. And we'll start off with Bullseye. So we're going to talk about this face sculpt a little bit first, and then we'll talk about accessories. I really like it, and the paint on the eyes is extremely well done. Now, it's not as well done as what we're getting ready to talk about soon, but it is, I mean, I almost feel like there's shades to the blue. The reason why I bring this up is because, you know, we've recently found out that Hasbro is going to be using a digital paint for the Black series, for the faces and stuff, and I think they did it on Jessica Jones as well, and they may have started doing it here also. Outside of that, I love the grin, I love the missing tooth. I think it's all sculpted well, painted well, and done well. I think that the Bullseye is painted fairly clean. They missed a little bit of white paint in that crevice right there. That's just kind of the cost of doing business, unfortunately, but it is really, really well done. He has some accessories, so he has this hand, which is interchangeable, and he throws these like little daggers or whatever, stilettos or whatever these may be. Unfortunately, the translucent here gets a little like, I don't know. It's not like a true translucent, so it ends up looking like he's holding some webbing with it. Just doesn't work. What they were trying to do was a nice idea, but it doesn't work. These are all painted black and silver, and that looks good, and the hand is sculpted well enough. Now, he does come with two additional hands, a trigger finger hand and a pointing hand, which is the one that I'll be using for posing. And then he has an alternate face without the mask, with the Bullseye kind of scarred on his head. And that face sculpt, once again, is really well done and extremely well painted. Like, huge improvement from anything I've seen from them in the past, but not as huge as we're going to get to later on in this review. And then he comes with a pistol and with a little knife. This is just gray plastic. This is gray plastic, I think, with the black painted on. The pistol does go in this holster. There's a problem with this holster. We'll talk about it when we get there, but it does go in there with no problem. And then the knife is also held in the back of his belt. You know, I like weapons to be able to be stowed, and that pulls it off really well. So now that that's done, let's plug in his hand, and we'll talk about the figure. Let's back out a taste. So, really good. Okay, spoilers, but there is one issue that we're going to talk about. So, it's on a ball hinge. You get up to there, down to there, and that sculpt looks pretty good. And then you can shake the head back and forth, of course. Confused dog look? Not really. You have a butterfly joint. The paint is throughout. You know, you can't keep the symmetry, but I think that's, you know, that's a cost you have to pay, and I think it's worth the cost. The white paint is done really sharp across. A little fuzzy there in the back, and we got a little scuff there, but for the most part, it's done really well. Gloves are painted white, and then the black rings around the gloves are painted as well, and they're done, let's say, fairly good. I'm going to keep his gun in his hand, because it is loose in that holster. So we get to the issue, which is the holster. So let's talk about the ab crunch. 2 clicks forward, 1 click back. We'll do the arms as well. We have the butterfly joint here on a disc hinge. Getting the arm up to there and then around. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, wrist swivel, hinge in, out, and that's on both hands. Now for the belt, it's a floating piece, and it also has this thigh piece that's all connected, but it plugs in here where the connection is. You know, like this is all one piece, and you have to kind of do it this way, but I almost wonder if it would have plugged in on the leg, if it would have been better, because it has a tendency to constantly come unplugged and not look quite right. So that's something that could have been just a slight rethinking of that, and it would have maybe fixed it. I'm not sure. Waist swivel, T-jointed ball joints for hips, limited range. That's a problem we've been seeing recently in Legends. And then forward to there. Even with this one with the belt, you can get it up to there, but it starts to break up the belt again. It's like constantly having to fix this belt. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee. You do get a shin swivel rather. You know, I'm okay with that now. black stripes around the boot because Hasbro's been doing interesting things by switching up the bottom piece. So if they can pull off more molds by having this, then I'm good with it. Otherwise, I think it's kind of pointless. And then ankles, the feet are huge, but they help support the figure, so I'm okay with them. Feet, ankle tilt up is good, down is good, and the rocker. So all in all, I'm a fan. I think they, I think they knocked this out of the park. Good job. Up next is Jessica Jones. Now, this is the thing that's done really well, and I am pretty sure that this is digital paint on this face, because this face is out of control. It's so good. It is easily the best face I've seen painted on a Hasbro product. It looks incredible. The sculpt is on the money. The paint is on the money. Perfect. It's perfect. At $20, I'm amazed. Really, just tremendous. Tremendous. There is a weird, let's see. There is a weird like mold thing going on. Like it looks like a vein or something in her throat. But small price to pay for this paint job and this sculpt. Hair is sculpted well. Articulation is a little limited. It is on a ball hinge. Down to there, so no problems in that regard. Nothing really up. And then you do get this side to side. It's the hair that prevents it. The jacket is a floating piece, but it fits, I'd say, pretty seamlessly with the arms. A couple silver accents on the jacket to make the leather kind of look come through. The arms are, so this is the cost. It's the gift and the curse of, when they have clothes and not spandex, right? So it's sculpted fairly well. Articulation wise, you get a ball hinge or disc hinge rather out to there and then around. No thigh swivel, no bicep swivel. You do get a swivel at the elbow. The elbow does get you a little shy of 90, slightly shy of 90 degrees. The problem is like once you bend the arm, because you don't have a bicep swivel, once you bend the arm around to the side, you don't get 90 degrees at all. It's maybe 45. So you lose a lot there, which is kind of an issue for posing and stuff, just be forewarned. Wrist swivel, hinge in, out. The fingers are painted and they're done well. The jacket is sculpted well. Same for the other side. You have a diaphragm ball joint with a really decent range. Forward to there, back to there, to the side, other side, and the swivel. So all that works. The shirt is sculpted really well. A couple wrinkles to kind of make it seem realistic. I dig that. Clean cut around the jeans, which are sculpted well as well. I think these might be the same that we saw on Mary Jane. I can't remember now. My memory is terrible. Interesting paint work. We have actual paint applied on the back, which is like some dry brushing, but then this looks like it was airbrushed. It might have been dry brushed on the front, like that faded look of the jeans. A little crazy around the pelvis section, but like on a shelf, it's going to look superb. They knocked this out of the park. T-jointed ball joints for hips get you out to there, a great range, something that's been missing from them recently, and then forward and back to there. So not a great amount back, but good enough, I think. That's it. You don't really need the legs going all that far back with a character like this. And a great deal forward. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee. That looks good in both, in both kind of positions, whether it be straight or bent. So that's good. All the wrinkles and stuff are sculpted well. The seams in the jeans are sculpted well. We have the little boots that are flipped down. They look good. Ankle tilt, and then I think that's it's a floating piece, but it's smart. It's a smart way to do it. Cheap and effective. Ankle tilt up, down, and rocker. This figure, this is probably my favorite Marvel Legends figure to date. I think it is the single most efficiently done. The arms are kind of an issue articulation wise, but outside of that, it is fantastic. And lastly, we have Blade, and he's terrible, and I'll explain why, but give me a minute. We'll talk about the accessories first. He comes with this sword, which is quite nice. We have the gold paint applied both to the handle and then to, this might be gray, it might be black and gold paint applied to the hilt, and then the gold applied to the handguard, and then I think this is the base color plastic. He has a sheath for it, or scabbard, whatever it is. Sheath. I'm calling it a sheath because that's what it's easier for me to say. And I wish it was angled a bit differently so that it sat up a bit. It is a little bit far down, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Especially, it's not even the worst thing with this figure. And then he comes with an alternate head sculpt that has like the Fu Manchu and a full head of hair and the shades and stuff, and it's done well. This one's done well as well. It's like a metallic reddish pinkish red for the eyes. Looks really good, and then the hair is painted, the eyes are painted. Like it looks, it's all of that is well done. This guy has huge issues, but those are not any of them. Ball hinge for the head gets you all the way up to there and looks pretty good. Down to there, that looks good, and then the swivel. The chest is extremely well sculpted. Like it has this armor plating. The armor plating is all textured. This is painted black on top of it. This the silver is painted on top of it. It looks really good. The problem is, well, we'll talk about it. So it has an ab crunch, which gets you down to there and up to there, and then the waist swivel, so no issues there. The arms are solid brown plastic. On disc hinges, they get you up to there and then around to there with a bicep swivel and a double jointed elbow. Wrist swivel and hinge in out. He does have 2 holding hands and only 1 holding accessory, so you know that irritates me. Now, let's talk about the big issue, which is the pelvis, and it's the cut of the pants. So if you follow the leg up, this is kind of hard to explain. If you follow the leg up to the butt is too, it's like the cut of the plastic is too far this way. So he's constantly standing leaned over. Unless you use the ab crunch to lean him 1 click back, and then he looks ridiculous. So that's a real huge bummer. That's like, I don't know if it's just mine. I can't imagine. This seems like a mold issue to me. But that's a huge bummer, and it's ridiculous. It's absurd. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to pose them on a shelf. T-jointed ball joints for hips get you out to there. The belt is sculpted and molded, and so is the buckles and the seams and the jeans and such, or the pants. They're all done well and painted well. This is all solid. I feel like we could have used some detail on the knee pads, but it's fine, I suppose. And then you have this soft floating piece with the silver painted on. Double jointed knee, and then you have a boot swivel, ankle tilt, up, not really at all, down a little bit, and then a rocker. And then the boots don't look as seamless as Jessica Jones either. The big problem here is, in order to get this guy to stand, he's got to, I mean, he even comes in the packaging like this. It's ridiculous. It looks so stupid. It's just, it's a waste. And everything else about it is good, but that is so bad that it's just, it's terrible. It's really, really, really one of the worst things I've seen them do in recent years. Because like, he's standing pretty balanced now. Let's see. But look at that arch in his back. Relax.
Oh, hey guys. I'm just getting ready to go hunt some vampires. This isn't a normal way to stand, you don't think? It's fine.
Final thoughts wise, there's just a huge error made with Blade, you know, and it's just in those pants. Like, it almost makes the whole character worthless unless you want to have him posed kind of dynamically like that. That'll work. But getting him to stand and look stoic, or, you know, it's just not going to happen. Bullseye, there's that leg limitation articulation-wise in the hips. And then there's a little bit of a bummer with his belt and the way that it fastens. And then Jessica Jones is just really the elbow articulation. Like, I wanted to put her like in a boxing stance, and it's really hard to get the arms out in front of her, you know, but close to her body. You know what I mean? So that's difficult to do. But outside of that, Jessica Jones is amazing. Bullseye is solid, and I would pass on Blade unless you're in for the Build-A-Figure, which we will be talking about soon. So I hope that helps. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.